The other thing is basically corporatism. That's what everyone's complaining about. Corporations being individuals, no responsibility. It's pretty good consensus there.
My name is Dave. I think the consensus in our group was just that there's a concern that there's some communities that are not getting any information about this that are definitely somebody who are the 99%, and that maybe we could do a little more outreach in some communities that aren't on the web and aren't getting this from the regular media that never will because they tailor their newscasts.
I'm with that. My name is Kenneth Turner. How you doing? I don't care about nobody knowing my name. If I got problems, let them come. All I really want is, I was walking down the street and I seen these people with these signs, these 99%, and I just want people to understand that the middle class the middle class was kind of the high class to the poor. And they're talking about the poor and the middle class uniting under one. And I just want everybody to understand that don't be surprised that the poor might be weary of coming with the middle class, because for years this is what we've been going through, and the middle class just got here. So I just want them to understand that. And if you do really want to make a change, if you really want everybody to be united, then let's start in the poor and then we work ourselves back up to the middle class. Let's do that. Let's show that we really do care. Let's show that. I don't know how serious y'all are, but I say we put down these signs and we quit being up here speaking, and we get united and we go to the hoods and we go to the ghettos and we go to all these poor places and really try to make a difference for real. I'm about action, not words.
Hey, my name is John Perry. In our group, the main objectives seem to be centered around opportunity for our kids, educational opportunity. One guy in the group had great grades, great ACT scores, got into a school that would have left him with $80,000 in debt, did not go to college. And there's so much potential in this country that's not being realized because we're not using the educational system to bring our people up to where they need to be. People retiring are retiring with more education than the young people who are entering the workforce for the first time in this nation's history. I'm concerned about my kids. One of the guys in the group was talking about how he's concerned about opportunity for his kids. I think we need to offer an opportunity for everybody who's got the potential to realize that potential. And one thing we've got to do is something about these student loans. Student loans are no longer dischargeable If you can't find a job, that interest, those penalties, those are going to be on your head for the rest of your life. That's wrong. That changed in 2005. We can change it back. I think if we speak with one voice, we can make a difference. I hope you'll help.
Hey y'all, my name's Pamela, and the people in my group pretty much agreed that Wall Street is kind of a symbol that this economic and political system is broken. And we need to be working to change it. People are excited about using the consensus model because it moves our thinking and language away from the idea that the thoughts of the minority are of minor importance, and it allows the thoughts of everyone to be amplified. Also, there are concerns that it could go kind of slow and it could be sort of redundant, and so we're excited about working together and respecting each other and making real decisions and doing stuff.
All right, does this time and place work for folks next week to do another General Assembly at 6:30 in this location? Any no's? Any absolutely nots? All right, so it is confirmed. This time and place next week. We'll keep the conversation going. Again, in your breakout groups, if you want to email me your notes, and we're going to have another announcement that we're going to break out again, but in case folks have to leave right now, email me your notes, steele.deb@gmail.com. Thanks.
Hi again. My name's Gabriel. I'm new to this beautiful city, but I'm really excited to be living here with so many awesome people. So hi and welcome. I guess we didn't kind of formally do that, but hi and welcome. You're welcome. Thanks. I appreciate that. Okay, so I think the next step that I've heard suggested is for us to get back into a slightly larger groups, 15 to 20 this time, and we're going to discuss for 10, 15 minutes what is required for a successful occupation. So just so that you know what I understand the process to be, you're going to self-organize into those groups. You're going to think through what are the elements of a successful occupation, and then we're going to come back together and we're going to go through the groups and gather a list of all of the elements that we consider to be important for that goal. And that can include a lot of other things. That can include other events, that can include outreach, that can include logistics, that can include tons of things. We're going to gather that list, and then we're going to use that to guide the rest of what we do here tonight in terms of, from all of us thinking through what we need, we're then going to develop a set of committees or working groups that will then work towards that. So that's a proposal. Does that sound reasonable? You can do these, and I'll ask, does that sound, are there any people for whom that is totally unacceptable as a plan? Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, cool. All right, great. So do I need to clarify any more about what we're doing? Okay, great. So I'm gonna check in at 5, 10, and 15 minutes. Okay. So I'll say it one time just to be sure. For the next 15 minutes, you're gonna get into groups of 15, 20 people, and you're gonna go around making sure that everybody gets a chance to speak and being mindful of how much space we're all taking up in the groups. And we're going to discuss every conceivable part of a successful occupation. And we're throwing the net super wide. And then once we do that, we're going to come back together and we're going to gather that list into one big list. And then we're going to take that list and turn it into the next steps for us as a community of angry people. Right. So the other thing is the websites that are sort of the portals for information about what's going on here, and the place where you'll be able to find the notes that that are happening from this meeting, will be. There's 2 websites to remember. The first is easy, occupycolumbus.org. The second one, incidentally, is also easy, and that's just Facebook's or Occupy Columbus their Facebook page. I don't know if that's Facebook/Occupy Columbus, but you can search and find it. But both of those websites are good places to find information on the future of what we're building here. And I also just want to say I'm excited that we get to do this together, and I appreciate that it's messy because we're building a whole new way of relating to each other. So I really appreciate your patience as we learn how to do this together, because it's not easy. We've learned a lot of really terrible ways of treating each other, and we're doing new things now, and that's not easy. So thanks for your patience. So, next steps, 15 minutes. What does it take to do a successful occupation? Making sure everybody can speak and take notes, and then we're going to bring it back together.
Question.
Oh, yeah, okay. Before people move, are there questions? Yeah.
What do you mean by occupation?
The question was, what do I mean by occupation? And that's a great question that I don't have an answer to, but I encourage us to discuss what we mean by occupation. Are there any other questions before we split up? Awesome. I'll be talking to you guys in 5, 10, and 15 minutes.